What's up, guys? Coach Matt and yougoprobaseball.com, and I am here with Matt Antonelli from Antonelli Baseball, great YouTube channel. Got to check him out. And also Nick Shaw from the Baseball Box. And we're going to talk about today how to run a faster 60. These guys were some of the fastest guys that played in professional baseball that I know of. Not quite as fast as I was, but they've got some tips for you nonetheless. So what do you guys got for me? Any tips on how to run a 60?
Go ahead. I'll just give you a couple of tips. So when I step up to the line, that's the first thing. I want to make sure I'm all the way up to the line, right? I don't want to be behind the line. I want to be right at the line. And as soon as I take off, same with base stealing, as soon as I take off, I don't want to false step. All right, I want to drive the left leg in a straight line to the other sensor at the other side. All right, I want to run as fast as I can in a straight line, drive the left leg to the other sensor at the other side. All right, like I said, running in a straight line. If I run a zigzag, now I've run more than 60 yards. Okay, it's going to take me longer than it normally would. All right, so running in a straight line, getting up to the line, and driving the left leg towards my target.
Awesome,
cool.
What do you got?
A couple things. One thing I'll do, again, if you think about, if I'm going to run this way, if this is the line, so they'll tell you to get lined up like you're in a base stealing stance. If I was going to sprint as fast as I could, if you think about a track star running a 100-meter dash, they're going to line up like this, right? Toes pointed there. So what I try to do as much as I can without them telling me to stop is I try to cheat as much open as I can to try to almost get into, like I'm in the blocks right here sprinting. And obviously if I set up like this, they're going to say no, base stealing stance. But you don't have to be all the way this way. So I can literally cheat as much as I can to try to get myself turned so that when I go now, I'm already straight. So while the other guy's doing this, I'm booming, I'm already off this way. So I might cut down just a little, even a 1/10 of a second is huge when you're talking about 60s. Right? If you can run a 6.6 versus 6.7 or 6.6 versus 6.8, that's a huge difference. So if I can, again, I'm not trying to cheat the drill, but I'm just trying to take advantage of turning my body a little bit. And then the only other things that I tell the guys is when I go, we talk about, I like to take my lead arm and feel like I'm punching back, like I'm going to elbow somebody that's standing behind me, and I'm going to kind of rip across here with this arm, and now I'm in sync and I'm gone. So those are just a couple of tips. And the only other thing I'll say is to go out and actually practice and run. A lot of guys will just go to an event, and that's the first time that they're ever really getting into this stance and going. If you can go outside and work on it, put the 60, even if you're not going to do a 60-yard dash, if you're just going to work on 10 yards, that's all you got to do, working on exploding, and you'll get used to doing some of these things. That's the only way to improve, is just do it over and over and over again, so that when you get out there, it's not the first time that you're trying it.
That's awesome. One thing I can give you guys is that what I see a lot as a scout is guys slow down as they're going through the finish line. So you want to make sure that you're going full speed, not 60 yards, 65 yards, 70 yards. Go full speed all the way through there. I can't tell you how many times, right? How many times do we see guys get close to the end and they just slow down at the end, and we're like, oh man, he was doing so good. So make sure you're going straight, make sure you're going fast, make sure you're finishing through the line. And just remember, the 60-yard dash is an important factor when it comes to scouts looking at you, because sometimes scouts will cross you off their list if your 60-yard dash is slow. So if you're not even running a certain speed, they're going to cross you off and not even pay as much attention to you as they would have if you had a good 60-yard. Basically, you're getting your name on their list if you can put up a good 60-yard dash time, so that they're going to look at you further. So it's definitely very important from a scouting standpoint, and something that you guys should take seriously and work on some of these tips, because they were some great tips. So thank you guys, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out both of these guys. I'll leave all their information in the links down below. Talk to you later.
Oh, you okay?